Have you ever had a partner complain that they couldn't feel your love, but yet you felt like you were showing it as best as you could? If this is the case, stick around for today's video because I want to teach you 5 ways that you can show your partner love in a way that they can actually feel. Hey everybody, thank you for coming back to watch another video. If it's your first time watching, welcome to my channel. My name is Yancy. Thank you for stopping by. I make videos about emotional intelligence and I teach people how to have self-discipline so that they can achieve the life they have always dreamed of. If this is content that interests you, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to be alerted every time I drop new content, which happens on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then on Sunday when I go live. If you're willing to help me out, hit that like button because it lets YouTube know this is the type of content that more people should see. If you can stand for more content from your girl, I invite you to follow me everywhere on the socials as Chasing Yancy. I especially invite you to Instagram because that's where I make most of my announcements about events that are coming up, new products that are dropping, and I give you lots of content in between. So let's get into today's video. We are gonna talk about the 5 love languages. And before you give me credit for this information, it is not coming from me. This video is inspired by one of my top faves. This book is written by Dr. Gary Chapman and it is awesome. I'm gonna go over the meat of the book, but I strongly recommend that you read this on your own or with a partner and get all the wisdom that comes from it. There's also a quiz that you can take if you just Google 5 love languages quiz, and you can figure out which is your primary love language. And before I go into detail, there are 2 different ways that you can use love languages. You can understand your love language and be able to teach your partner the language in which you want to be loved. And then you could use your love language to demonstrate love to your partner and other people, because this applies to anybody in your life, but it focuses a lot on romantic partners. All right, so the very first one, words of affirmation. This one is really cool because it's super easy to do. Now, there are naysayers who say, well, anybody could say anything. What does it mean? But to somebody whose love language is words of affirmation, the words are everything. The words are like a hug, a high five, or a pat on the back. It's the person's way of saying, I see you, I appreciate you, and I love you. There was a study done once with employees, and people were given an opportunity to either get a raise or receive positive feedback more often. It was almost unanimous. People wanted to hear that they were doing a good job and that they were appreciated and the time they spent there was valued. We can all think of a time where we worked for somebody perhaps who didn't really seem to show their gratitude. Or maybe we did something that we weren't even expecting to get paid for, but it would have been nice to be told thank you. That's all that words of affirmation are. It's affirming how the person feels about you. They might be thinking it in their mind, but unless they say it out of their mouth, you can't be completely sure. So if this is your partner's number 1 primary love language, shower them with compliments. You don't have to go over the top and you don't have to lie. Just find things that you're grateful for and express it to them. Here are a few examples. Oh, babe, that cologne smells amazing on you. Honey, I could really see the progress you're making in the gym. Or, the breakfast was delicious. Thank you so much for making that for me so I don't have to go to work on an empty stomach. Or how about this? Honey, you do a great job with the kids every day. I don't feel like I tell you enough. You are such a good mom. It's so nice being able to be at the office, not having to worry about them or if they're being well taken care of. Or maybe, thank you so much for going to work every day. You don't complain, you just get up and provide for our family. Thank you so much. Find ways to affirm people with words. Like I said, it is free, it takes little to no time, and it can mean the world to somebody. I have an online group, and I asked one time, what negative feedback or criticism did you receive as a child that really made an impact on you? And do you know, like popcorn, the comments just started rolling in. People could recall with a quickness, an alarming quickness, the exact words verbatim that were said to them. It was like those words were imprinted on their soul. Good words and bad words make an impact. And so you should plant seeds of love in the people that you love. The second love language is quality time, and that's my primary. I thought that I had other things that I liked, but I realized if you don't spend a lot of time with me, I don't believe anything else that you say or do. Quality time is not just time. You could be spending time with a coworker if you guys are both checkers at a grocery store. You guys are like 4 feet apart and you could be spending 8 to 10 hours a day together. You're spending time together, but is it quality time? For me, quality time is time where you are really bonding with the person. It could be through conversation. It could be through doing an activity together. It could be just showing interest in what they have going on. It's time where you're engaging and connecting. You might think it always has to be about talking, but not necessarily. To me, what quality time is saying to the other person is, I have a million ways I can spend my time, but I want to spend it with you. It could be riding in the car together. Maybe you guys normally take separate cars, but you make a point to coordinate so that you guys can ride together and chat along the way or listen to a playlist. It could be time where you say, babe, I just need some quality time with you. And you guys go sit on the couch and maybe you rub his or her feet with lotion. You could be watching a show together, but it's time that you're engaged. Just think about when you're first newly in love. You can't get enough of each other. Think about the activities that you both enjoyed and get back to doing those things. Oftentimes, when we're with a partner for a long period of time, we tend to take them for granted. If we live together, we don't schedule time together because you're like, I'm gonna see your butt every single day. But seeing each other and passing and sleeping next to each other is not quality time. So many people yearn for that from their partner. They see that their partner makes time to go to the gym and they make time to go to work. They probably even make time for the kids. Women are really guilty about this especially. But we all need our quality time because whether we have big families or obligations or not, at the end of the day, we are the two in this together. And so you can fuel your partner if the quality time is their love language by spending quality time with them. Now, by the way, when you recognize which one really resonates with you, drop it in the comment and let me know which is your love language, the primary, because we all have a mixture, but one of them is our deal breaker. We cannot do without it. Number 3 gets a bad rap sometimes because it's receiving gifts. A lot of times people think about gold diggers or people who are materialistic or shallow, like, hello, you just want me to spend money on you? It's not that. A gift represents the fact that they thought about you. A gift could be you went to the store, you got something for yourself, and you thought about them. Oh, I know she really likes this snack. Let me bring it to her. A gift could be I came back from a trip and I brought a souvenir. It represents to the person receiving the gift, they love me enough to think about me. So whether it's expensive or a handwritten note, it's saying I care enough to spend my time doing something for you that will make you happy. It will either save you time or just give you joy, or it's something that I know you loved. This is their way of saying I'm thinking about you. And that translates to I love you. The 4th love language is acts of service. And oh, I love this one too. I kind of like all of them. You know, just speak to me in every language. Just don't forget my primary. But acts of service is essentially this. You're doing something for somebody else that takes a load off of them. If you look at their load as all the things they have to do in the day, imagine it like a really heavy backpack that's full of bricks. Every brick you can take out of that backpack lightens the load and it makes them feel loved. Homemakers especially go tirelessly all day, picking up after kids, cleaning up messes, preparing meals, cleaning up after meals. And so anytime you can pitch in and do something for your partner like that, it will go over huge. Now, this can also help you selfishly. Let's say you have a partner who is always flustered and running around doing everything, and you want a little quality time, or you want one of the other languages that we're about to get to next. What you can do is take a load off of their back, because their primary love language might not be yours. They might be thinking, I have to get this stuff done. They can't relax until they get this stuff done. So when you save them time and you save them energy, they feel like, wow, they really have my back. They're looking out for me. They love me. Some examples of active service would be filling up somebody's car with gas. I had an ex who used to come to my job. He'd get the keys from me, take my car and go fill it with gas, and then bring it back and leave. I just thought that was the coolest and sweetest thing ever. It was so practical, but it said love. This person loves me enough to take the time to do something for me that I don't have to now do for myself. And it was a gift because he's paying for the gas. It was a combo punch that really, really went over well with me. It could be as simple as making the bed. Maybe you're the last person to get up, and so you make the bed all by yourself if you have a partner. It could be making a phone call to say, hey, do you need anything? I have a neighbor who's so sweet, helps me with anything that I need. And so I was heading to the grocery store the other day and I texted, hey neighbor, I'm going to the grocery store. Do you need anything? That is an act of service that translates to love. And number 5, last but certainly not least, and this will probably resonate with a lot of guys, it's physical touch. Now, before your brain goes to bow chicka wow wow, yes, sex is included, but there is a wide array of physical touch that means the world to somebody. To a pet, it's a pat on the head. It's petting. To a baby, it's being held and being kissed. To a teammate, maybe it's a high five, or if you're one of those people that slap on the butt, maybe a chest bump. Any physical contact that you have with the intention of love behind it translates to the person as love or approval. And again, like I mentioned, it doesn't always have to be in a romantic context. Of course, in a sporting event, you're not saying, oh baby, I love you. It's awesome job, man. You killed it out there. If your partner's primary love language is physical touch, find any opportunity to touch them. It could be brushing away his or her hair. I say his because he could have long locks or, long tresses as well. But you could be brushing the hair out of their face. It could be rubbing their shoulders. It could be rubbing their feet, any massage. And for a lot of people, it is a bonus if what you're doing for them isn't about to serve you or setting it up to serve you. So let's say, for example, you want to show affection physically. Don't always try to get sex. This is not always trying to get arousal from the other person. It's about demonstrating your love for them. That's why back rubs, neck rubs, feet massages are so important, because what you're saying is, it's not about me. I just want you to feel my love because you feel good. I know I love a head massage, a scalp massage. I ask my kids, play with my hair because I just love that feeling. Whatever you can do to touch them, they can be walking down the hall, smack them on the booty if that's what they like. Anything that's physical will really make them feel special. You can find any opportunity to hold their hand, whether you're walking around together or you're driving in the car. Maybe put your hand on their leg or put your hand on the back of their neck. Just touch them. Find a reason to touch them, because that says to them, my partner finds me irresistible and they can't keep their hands off of me. Man, they love me. Most people feel that the way they like to receive love is universal, and therefore they will give it back. You could have somebody who really, really, really likes words of affirmation, and so they shower their partner with praise. Their partner might not be affected whatsoever. They're like, that's nice, but I really need help with this. It's important for you to learn not only your love language, but your partner's as well. So I recommend, before you do anything else today, find out how they respond to love and learn yours. And that way you guys can actually feel the love that's being expressed. That's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please let YouTube know by clicking that like button. If you want more content like this, hit subscribe. That's the best way you can help me in getting the word out to more people. And we're gonna continue with this fun thing of giving random comments if you have made it this far. If you lasted to the end, I told you about one of my favorite books. I want you to tell me what is one of your faves. It'll be interesting to see the comments, and other people can see books that you recommend. I want to let you know about a service that I have available. I do one-on-one coaching, and it just depends on my availability, but if I have a time slot open, I will accept new clients. I show people how to reach their goals faster by helping them to identify where their thought life is not helping them. A lot of times the way we think is the thing that's holding us back. It's not that we can't get a good break. It's not that we don't have opportunities. It's not because we're lacking talent. Oftentimes we are the main thing holding ourselves back. If one-on-one coaching isn't for you, I also have the Sunshine Club. It's an online community where I coach people as a group and help them to achieve their individual goals. We meet every Tuesday by video chat, and we check in and see where everybody has come since last week, and we set realistic goals for the next 7 days. Every single day I check in with them and remind them to do their meditation and get their 30 minutes of cardio in for the day. I would love to see you in there, so if you want more information about either of those, just check the link in the description. Now, be sure to stick around for the live stream because we always have a lot of fun. I often have special guests and bring my friends on, and we talk about all things love, sex, dating, and relationships. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and tell someone that you love them.